YouTube, Lenny Slide, roguewarriortc.com. Aikido, the way that doesn't work. The series. Episode number 2, here we go. I just want to address a couple things really quick with the first video. Interesting enough, I did say this in the beginning of that video. I was thinking about making this a series depending on how that video actually took off, and from the response that I got from it, yeah, I'm definitely turning this into a series. Hundreds of people have commented on that video. You know, dude, it is what it is, plain and simple. A lot of you guys had some really great comments. Justin, that's why I asked you what your first name was. Justin, dude, thumbs up, total kudos to you for the comment that you left on that. That was absolutely fantastic. I loved it. Obviously, I replied to that. There's one thing I did leave out of the last video with the Yokomuchi Shionage. The one thing that I did leave out at the end, or within the whole content of the video, is there's a key factor with that whole video and why and how it doesn't work and so on and so forth. That video with me attacking Bob, one of the main reasons why I was able to stop Bob from doing what he was doing is because I knew what was going on. Okay? I knew what the technique was. I knew exactly what the response was going to be, how Bob was going to move, everything else. So within the four walls of the dojo, when you're training, you know, you could stop anybody with that technique, especially when you know that that's the technique that you're going to be practicing because the sensei demonstrated it. So you can cause a lot of problems for one another who you train with, and not let anybody do the technique. The one thing that I need to point out is how ineffective it was in the dojo with somebody that was totally non-compliant. I was resisting Bob from doing this. I was giving him a hard time. I was attacking him differently than what most traditional people attack with that technique. And the one main thing that I did not bring up was the fact that doing that to somebody unexpectedly on the street, first and foremost, no one's ever going to attack you with a Yokomuchi attack. It's fact. It's not opinion, it's fact. No one is going to attack you with an open hand knife hand strike to the clavicle, to the side of the head, nothing. No one's ever going to attack you that way. So just the vehicle itself to do the technique, vehicle being Yokomuchi, completely ineffective. In the real world, somebody that's unexpectedly going to have this done to them, is it going to be the same way? Yes, it is, because that person's not going to attack you like that. When they don't know that it's coming, that's the element of surprise that we have amongst everybody else, is that no one knows that it's coming. That's what makes it so effective. But when it comes to the traditional side, even somebody that doesn't know that it's coming is going to be able to play around with that all day long and stop it. Okay? Because again, they're not going to attack you with an open hand. Even if it was a hook punch, even a haymaker, it's still not going to work. Okay? So even on the street, it's still not going to work. But that's what I wanted to point out with that last video in the opening of this video, is that I forgot to talk about that, is that I knew what the technique was. I knew what the attack was. I knew what the actual application was. So that's why I was able to give Bob such a hard time with doing technique. So I have Rod here today, and the technique that we're doing today is Aikido's beloved Aikido technique, and that is ikkyo. But we're doing it from kata, dori, ikkyo, from the traditional standpoint. So I instructed Rod, and Rod knows that this is what the technique is. I instructed him to be completely uncompliant, completely resistant with everything that I do, with every attempt that I make to actually do kata, dori, ikkyo. He's well aware of that. So he is going to be an asshole about taking ukemi. And that's the whole point behind this, is to show you guys that these traditional techniques that you learn every single day in the dojo, they don't work. And to show you the openings and the possibilities and everything else, and the yeah buts and the what ifs and why and how it doesn't work. Okay? And I also want to point out that every Aikido system does this. Okay? Every Aikido style does this. The one style that does not do it this way is my style, the tenShin Aikido style. I've never been taught this by any of my tenShin Aikido instructors in the past. I've never seen anyone do this in tenShin Aikido. And obviously for great reason, okay? Because it just doesn't work. Kata, dori, ikkyo is complete bullshit. So here we go. Right? So first and foremost, you have the attack. So when he goes to attack, this is a strong attack. Now a lot of times you get your skin pinched the way how they grab, so got to make sure that when the grab comes, the grab is coming to grab the gi. So whatever. So he comes and grabs. Now there's a lot of different footwork that you can do. You can move to the outside, you can move to the inside, you can step back with this. But here's the thing. The whole entire time, he is going to maintain his balance, okay? So even if I try to break his kazushi, he's going to do everything in his power to not let that happen. So when he goes to grab, and I move back, see how hard this is? This is fucking impossible, okay? Now I move in and he does this. Same thing. This is impossible. There's something I want to point out here real quick. Look at how both my hands are involved in the arm to try to do this, and his left hand is free to jack me in the face multiple times because both my hands are occupied trying to do, good ukemi, trying to do this. Okay, same thing. This movement of this. See, I was able to take his balance. Because I told him to take normal ukemi. When he resists, this doesn't work. And even if I cut him down, watch what's going to happen. Even if I cut him down, I'm in a position to get taken down by the leg, where he tips me because his hand is on the gi. He starts affecting my balance. Yeah, I can, if I maintain this, go ahead, I can start fucking elbowing him in the head, but then there goes your kata, dori, ikkyo technique. So what's the point of doing kata, dori, ikkyo? Now I'm cutting down, right? Slow. I'm cutting down for this movement, okay? What happens if I cut to the outside and make the movement do this? Same thing. There's the resistance. See the shuffle step? Now he takes normal ukemi. Normal ukemi, right? I can do that. Again, keep up, keep up. I can do this, right? Now I have the ikkyo. That's bullshit. So now in resistance, I start to do this. His fist is still there. I'm being hit. Again, both hands are being preoccupied for this. I'm being hit multiple times. And unfortunately, that's just what's going to happen. There's no way out of it. Now, let's talk about if I move to the outside. Because that is also in every other style of Aikido except tenShin. So he goes to grab, and I move to the outside. Same thing. Here it is. Completely resisted. I'm getting punched. Nothing I can do about it. Now I know some of you Iwama guys out there are going to go, oh, wait a minute. Atemi. Yeah, atemi. If I go to the outside, so nice and slow, I go to the outside and grabs, boom, I hit him. Then I move into this. If I don't pop him, and he has this, what if I miss? Now I try to do that. I'm bringing him down, which is putting him in position to punch me. He's going to make constant adjustments. So I'm doing this, he's making constant adjustments. Hi, Fist. How you doing, Fist? Fuck. I'm getting hit left and right. So how does that work? So if you look at the Iwama style again, and this is, I'm not an Iwama guy, but I've seen enough Iwama technique that I have an idea how things are done. If I had to strike him, if I had to use a temi to stop this movement, okay, he goes to grab, and I punch him, and I make connection, right? Here, and I'm like this, I'm like, boom, I punch. He's naturally gonna take that shot in the face if I connect. He's gonna turn, this hand is automatically gonna retract, and he's gonna cover his face. Because he got hit. How many times have you guys got poked in the eye and you're like, oh shit. You're not going, oh man. You're grabbing your injury and you're turning away. You get punched, unless you're Mike Tyson and you can get punched in the face with a cinder block, that didn't hurt. I'll fight anybody in their own backyard, no problem. You know, it's no big deal then to him. He got punched on a daily basis. That probably feels good to him. But you take an average guy, even an Aikido person, you know, most Aikido people have never been punched in the face in their life. Okay? That's probably fact. Okay? Because I can remember all the people that I trained with traditionally. Somebody inadvertently got hit in the face. It was, my pussy's bleeding. You know, they got hit. They cried about it. I can't tell you how many times I've been hit. I never turned my back and be like, oh God. This is supposed to build some toughness here. Okay? You strike somebody in the face with this technique, kata, dori, ikkyo becomes completely irrelevant. Because they are going to pull their head back, they're going to turn, they're going to pull their hand, they're going to cover up the injury. Kata or ikkyo? No need to go any further. They go to grab, you punch them in the face. Kata or ikkyo, complete bullshit. It doesn't work. There's no point for it to work. Now, I know that there are going to be people out there that are going to beg to differ with me on this and go, well, there are a lot of great things that you can benefit from kata or ikkyo. That uke-nage connection. Oh, Rod. My connection with Rod is there. It's going to help my balance. It's going to help my stability. It's going to help me bend my knees and get power from my hips and my core, from my hara. And I'm going to drive that ikkyo forward as I do technique. Yeah, you know what? There's a lot of other Aikido techniques out there that are a little bit more applicable that are going to give you those same exact benefits. Okay? They're going to give you balance. They're going to give you stability. They're going to give you power. They're going to give you all of that. This technique doesn't give you anything but a waste of time because it's just a pile of shit. Now, I've seen a lot of high-ranking Shihan do this technique in my vast years of being involved in Aikido, and they all do the same thing. You know, maybe I'm missing something, okay, which I highly doubt that I am. Even with my former sensei, Kevin Choate used to do this all the time. Did I ever resist him with ukemi? No. Because guess what? I was an Aiki bunny just like the rest of you. Okay? And I followed along just like the rest of you. And I took ukemi just like the rest of you. Okay? And I took ukemi for Kevin, and Kevin did this beautiful technique. If I resisted him, it wouldn't work. But I would never dare think to resist him because he was my sensei. Who am I to question him and what he's doing? And he learned that from Satomi or Ikeda Sensei or Frank Duran or whomever else he went and trained with. But I'm here to break down those walls and tell you that kata, dori, ikkyo is a waste of time. It's pointless. Somebody goes to grab your shoulder, punch him right in the face, call it a day. Every time you try to do kata, dori, ikkyo, and you're using both hands to do this, you can't do kata, dori, ikkyo with this hand if it's this shoulder, right? I can't do kata, dori, ikkyo from here. I need to use this hand to be able to do it. So even if I come to here and do this, see, he's still resisting. Okay, do that again. Even if I bring my hand up and try to do this, he's still resisting, and I'm getting punched. Put it up there, put it up there. I'm getting punched. This, even using my hip movement, it doesn't fucking work. It doesn't work. So the technique in itself, you have to get them before they get you. That's the only way that it's going to work. But still, even if you get this before they get you, he still has stability and balance. Even if I'm stepping back, even if I'm doing the tenShin footwork, okay, he's still in position to hit. And he's not going to wait. Who would? No one's going to wait. Don't take Aikido ukemi. Just come and grab, and don't worry about looking like you're an Aikido guy, right? So he comes and grabs, you know what I'm saying? This doesn't work. I've already got hit twice. And because I'm actually doing this, this is wide open. This is completely wide open. I'm bringing him in to me. Even if I move to the outside, I still have to bring this up to where I grab his hand to do ikkyo. I'm still allowing him into my workspace. I'm still allowing him to hit me. So the atemi waza cares about kata or ikkyo. It's bullshit. Just punch him in the face. Then you don't even have to worry about that technique, because this is one of those techniques that are completely worthless. Because everything that I mentioned 5 minutes ago, the benefits from learning that, you can learn that from so many other Aikido techniques that are probably a lot more applicable than this. This is a complete fucking waste of time. And if you don't think so, try doing it the way how we're doing it right now with the resistance, and let's see how effective you are. Or better yet, do what I didn't do to my original teacher. Resist your sensei and see how well he does the technique. Chances are he won't get it the first time, but the second time, because you embarrassed him and you made him look bad, he's going to make an adjustment, and it's gonna work, and it's probably gonna involve a temi. You're probably gonna be hit. And it's gonna be unexpected on your end, and then he's gonna be able to do this because you're an Aiki bunny. And you're gonna leave that hand out there for him to actually do it. Okay? How would this work tenShin Aikido wise? From kata dori? Hand deflection this way? No. You'd actually have to do more of an ukanagashi movement to be able to get that to work. Because he's going for my shoulder, I have to ukanagashi. I have to stop that happening. I have to negate that before. I have to move before that happens. So he keeps coming, I move, then I can grab his hand and move this into ikkyo. But here's the problem with that. He knows what's going on right now. Attack and resist. I'm gonna do the same thing. So attack, honestly, here, see, where's the resistance? There it is, do it again. Resist. Resist. Okay. Look how he has my arm. He cranks that up, I'm in trouble. No more ikkyo. One more time, come on, give it to me. Give it to me. Here. Give it. Yep, see? There's resistance. So I gotta do something completely different, because he didn't know it was coming. Right? Again, you know, even from here, see, resistance. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. So when you see some of these other tenShin Aikido guys posting of Instagram videos, YouTube shit of katadori ikkyo, to where they're doing ukanagashi, right, where they're doing this through, and then this big movement here, okay? The uke is moving for him, okay? Now we like to keep in mind that what happens with this is that we're thinking the reality on the street, the person's completely unexpected that this is going to happen. So that's where the chance of this actually working with tenShin Aikido is probably a 50-50 chance. Because the person out there is going to make an adjustment. They have no idea that this is happening. There are much better options out there to make this work than what I just did with Rod, with the tenShin side. The traditional side of this, what are the percentages of it working out on the street? More like 20-80 percentage, meaning 20% effective, 80% ineffective. Okay? This technique, in my opinion, doesn't work. Okay? So keep it in mind. I love the fact that most of you guys loved the last video. If you like this video, hit a thumbs up, drop a comment down below. This is officially a series. I'm going to be doing videos on this series like crazy. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell icon right next to it so you get all the notifications of our new videos that come out, especially this series. Okay? Rod, Ike, best ukemi you've ever given me, dude. Thank you for resisting. I threatened him. I told him I was going to burn his family house down if he didn't give me a proper ukemi and resisted me. Because I don't want to get the, oh yeah, this guy's not, he's not resisting. Dude, this is impossible to do. I'm 200 pounds, okay? I'm a former bodybuilder. I can press this guy above my head. No problem. That was impossible to do. Impossible. So that's it. Hope you guys liked the video, and happy viewing. See you next time on Aikido, the way that doesn't work. Have a good weekend.